Gordon Wilson Jr. And my father's name was the same, only he was the senior. So that's the reason for that name. And I was born on a farm just outside of Griffin, Georgia, in 1916. My father was Ernest Gordon Wilson Sr., and he was one of four, a family of four that lived in Griffin. And my mother was Julia Ross Wilson, and her family came from Eufaula, Alabama. There was always parties at our house. We were always had hunters coming out to hunt using our house as the base for their hunting. And it was a large farm area, and we had all of our cousins were farmers around that I knew of. So all during the war, we operated secretly in France and Germany along that front line and helped win the war over there by doing secret things that had the Germans thinking they were fighting us instead of just fighting the military. And we worked under General Bradley. And every month he would have a operation, a military operation. And we would work along the front lines in one section, and he would work in another section. And we would make so much noise and make so many apparently dangerous shots over into the enemy that they thought we were so dangerous that they didn't attack us. And so we, each month for 12 months, we put on this big show along the front lines to fool the Germans, to keep them occupied, while General Bradley took his fighting troops, and the ones that were where we were, he took out the fighting troops and put them in another location where he attacked to try to win ground. But back where they came from, we just made a whole lot of fuss and noise and had the Germans there and looking at us all the time. So we never, I was there for over a year on the front line and never fired a single shot. The General Bradley said that he was going to make our unit top secret. It'd be 50 years before we could talk about it. So in 1995, we could start talking about all the things we did in 1945. I had started working with the Western Electric Company, and I worked in, my first job was in Albany, Georgia. My next job was in some town in Florida. Next one was down in West Palm Beach or someplace. So I worked all up and down Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. And sometime in that menagerie, I arranged for us to get married on a Saturday night, so I'd be at work on Monday. Gordon was the first one, and Bobby was the second one. Gordon was born just before I get in the military. Bobby was born just after I got out of the military. And then Lynn was the next one, and then Tommy was the next one, and Judy was the last one. But we've been living as a family for how long? I was 26 when I got married, and I'm 96 now. So 70 years I've been involved in it. They are very important. Well, knowing God for one thing, being able to speak to Him, the main thing. Having a good bed to sleep in at night, and go to sleep and turn the world off, I think would be the best thing. My whole family. That meant a lot to me. I miss that wife of mine. Just for being here. I've usually been around in most everything that happened in the family. Remember being with the family and with the family. There's always some joker. Enjoy.